Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of doing PSAT questions. Today we're going to do an English and a math problem. So the English problem says, it is summer, and glorious deep-toned summer, the very crown of nature's changing year, when all our surging life is at its full. To me alone it is a time of pause, a void and silent space between two worlds, when inspiration lags and feeling sleeps, gathering strength for efforts yet to come. As used in the text, what does the phrase avoid most nearly mean? Well, if we look at the first answer choice, it says a useless. Well, useless usually means that there isn't a purpose for anything. But if we look at the last line, it says gathering strength for efforts yet to come. Well, that most likely means that whatever is going on here, there's probably a use for it in the future. So it wouldn't be A. Okay? For B, it says an empty. Well, if you think about a void and silent space between two worlds, well, when I think about space, I usually think about emptiness. I usually think about darkness, like there isn't anything there. So we can check B and we can go back to it later if there's another possible answer, okay? Well, for C, it says a forgotten. Well, in this text, there isn't mention of anything about memories or anything because that's usually associated with forgetfulness, okay? So I don't think C is the correct answer. Well, if we look at the last one, it says an incomplete. Well, this text is talking about summer, right? Well, the author is saying, to me alone, it is a time of pause. Well, incomplete usually means that it's not finished yet, right? Well, the author is implying that summer is a time of pause. It doesn't mean that it's incomplete. So the answer choice, the correct answer is B. Okay, so moving on to the math problem, it says, for the function f, the graph of y is equal to f of x in the xy plane has a slope of 3 and passes through the point 0, negative 8. Which equation defines f? So y is equal to f of x, right? I'm going to take that down. And what I usually like to do is plug in these points into these four equations. So we have y is equal to negative 8, which is equal to f of x, and we have x is equal to 0. Okay, well, we plug in 0 here, then f of x is equal to 0, and 0 is not equal to 8, so A is wrong. And if we plug in 0 into this equation, f of x would equal negative 8, so that's correct. And if we plug in 0 here, it would be 5, so that's not correct. And if we plug in 0 again here, f of x would be 11, so the correct answer choice is B.